The congregation of the children of Israel departed from Elim, embarking on their journey into the wilderness of Sin. It was the 15th day of the second month since their exodus from Egypt. In this desolate landscape, their faith wavered, and murmurs against Moses and Aaron began to rise. They lamented their fate, expressing a longing for the flesh pots of Egypt where they had eaten bread to the full. Their grievances painted Moses and Aaron as the architects of their supposed demise by hunger in the wilderness. In response, the Lord spoke to Moses, promising to rain bread from heaven. The people would gather a portion each day, a test of their obedience to God's law. On the sixth day, they would gather a double portion, preparing for the Sabbath rest. Moses and Aaron conveyed the Lord's message to the people, assuring them that by evening they would know that it was the Lord who delivered them from Egypt. In the morning, they would witness the glory of the Lord, for he had heard their murmurings. Moses emphasized that their complaints were not against him and Aaron, but against the Lord. That evening, a flock of quails descended upon the camp, and the next morning, the ground was covered with dew. As the dew evaporated, a small, round substance appeared on the ground, which the Israelites called manna. Moses instructed them to gather an omer for each person. The Israelites did as commanded, some gathering more, some less. Yet, when measured, each had exactly what they needed. Moses warned them not to leave any of it until morning, but some did not heed, and the leftover manna bred worms and stank. They gathered it each morning, but when the sun grew hot, it melted. On the sixth day, they gathered twice as much, and Moses explained that the following day was the Sabbath, a day of rest. They were to bake and boil what they needed and keep what was left until morning. This time, the manna did not spoil. On the seventh day, some went out to gather more, but found none. The Lord questioned Moses about their reluctance to keep his commandments. He reminded them that the Sabbath was his gift, providing enough on the sixth day for 2 days' sustenance. The people rested on the seventh day, calling the bread manna, which tasted like wafers made with honey. Moses instructed Aaron to keep an omer of manna as a testament for future generations, a reminder of God's provision during their journey. The Israelites ate manna for 40 years until they reached the borders of Canaan.